Thanks very much for joining us, Henry, in these plush surroundings in the middle of Carlow. When you get to this time of the year, do you find it gets just the preparation? Do you get used to the pressure leading up to it after a while, more so than, say, when you first started doing it?
Look, there's still, you still want everything to go right, so there's still a degree of it. So I wouldn't say you ever get used to it. No, you're kind of, you just want to try and get everything. You're trying to leave no stone unturned and get everything right. So I would say everyone around me would say, it doesn't really change. Yeah.
Just looking at a few of the big contenders, you have Envoi Allen heading to the Ryanair most likely, been off for a good while. That was a great run way back in the autumn, but how have things been the last couple of months?
Yeah, really good. We were going to run in the Savills chase at Leopardstown, but the ground just went on him. I didn't want to run him over 3 miles on heavy ground. And then we were thinking about the race at Thurles, but we decided he wasn't right for it anyhow, so we said we'd leave it and keep him fresh for the Ryanair. So he's really well. We're delighted with him, and look, he won it last year, so if he could repeat that, we'd be delighted.
Hard to beat course and distance form, isn't it?
It helps. It definitely helps.
And Jungle Boogie is entered in the Ryanair. Is he going to go?
No, I'd say he'll go for the Gold Cup. He'd have a little outside chance, hopefully, in that.
That might just suit him, that extra. He's a proper stayer out now.
Yeah, he looked like it in Tremor, and I suppose that's what you're punting on, that the extra distance ekes out a bit more improvement. But we were delighted with him. It was only his second run back for us, and I think it was only his third run over fences, so it was a good performance.
Captain Guinness, that was a good enough run the other day.
Yeah, it was lovely. I mean, I think we were all just keeping our fingers crossed. He had this atrial defibrillation at Christmas, so his heart went completely out of sync. It happened to him a few years ago. There were a lot of fairly stringent tests done on him by our vets and the IHRB vets, and he came through them all, but you never really know until the race. I'd say he even lacked confidence going out, because I suppose he remembered what happened, especially at the same track. But there were so few options, we had to go back there. So it was actually a really nice run. Rachel was delighted with him. Look, he's there at a big price. So long as he stays right, I think better ground will suit him better. And he was second in the race last year.
Now, the Mayor's Hurdle, you've got a few entries here. Tell Me Something Girls, looking like the shortest price one in the market at the moment.
Tell Me Something Girl will definitely go. She's in great form. We were delighted with her run at Naas the other day. So she'll definitely go. Magical Zoe is in that. Now, we've never tried her over 2.5, so that's the unknown with her. She's up to 144 in the UK now, so she'll also have the option of the county hurdle. She ran very well at Leopardstown the other day. I thought the English handicapper was harsh enough on her, but that's what he did. He went to 144, and we'll see nearer the time. She has the options of both. Lantry Lady won her maiden hurdle very impressively last year. She's had a few little setbacks, but she seems good now. Hispanic Moon only just joined us from France this year. She had good form there. She had a lovely first run for us in Punchestown, winning a listed hurdle there. And she looked, ideal for the Mayor's Hurdle. Then she was a little bit disappointing at Leopardstown. We think we've got her right again now.
We got to mention Minella Indo heading further cross country.
Yes, he's in great form. He seemed to really enjoy it there back in December. And that's the plan.
Are you happy enough with him? And has he taken to it? And is it really that specialised? I mean, we're always looking from outside, and people say they either take to the cross country or they don't as such. What's your feeling with him in terms of, is it something that he really loves?
He looked to love it the other day, and Rachel was delighted with him, so that's why we ran him to see would he enjoy it, and he seemed to really enjoy it. And I would agree. I think some do and some don't. Some get the fright of their lives doing it, but he loves it, and it's lovely for those older horses. It prolongs his career, I suppose. It's hard for him to compete at Grade 1 level now, but something like that is great.
And could he end up in Grand National this year?
He has the entry, and the cross country is a great prep for it.
Slade Steel heading for the Supreme?
Not necessarily, no. He is in the Supreme and the Bearing Bingham, what was the Ballymore. He's in both novices. I would say, I'm not sure where we're going as yet. Probably leaning towards the Bearing Bingham.
After that run last time behind Ballyburn, certainly seemed to stay on anyway.
Yeah, and he won he won a grade 2 over 2.5 in Navan, so he's got form over the trip. So look, we'll see nearer the time. We'll keep our options open.
And Colixios, was the 3 miles just too far a couple of starts ago, back in business last time?
Yeah, it looked that way, didn't it? He won his beginners over 2.5. We stepped him up, and yeah, I think we just got it completely wrong. He was really good the other day in Naas. Delighted with him. He jumped really well and travelled well and did it nicely. So yeah, it's great to have him there.
And look, he likes Cheltenham. Obviously, he's had his problems down through the years, but it seems incredible that it's, 3 years since he won the Triumph?
Yeah, is it? He won that really well, and he's a very nice horse.
And you have a decent chance in the Brown Advisory by the looks of it. Monty's Star probably going to, at the moment, is kind of quotes of 10-1 or so.
Monty's Star will go. Yeah, we're delighted with him on New Year's Eve at Punchestown. He beat a good horse in 3-card Bragg. His form was good last year. He never showed up at Cheltenham last year. He's a big backward horse, and he's taken all the time we've given him, and he's needed all the time we've given him, and he's really taken to his fences. He's like his brother Minella. He loves jumping fences. So yeah, we think he could run a big race in that.
I mean, if he could follow in the footsteps of Minella around Cheltenham, he should take to the course properly then.
Yeah, well, hopefully he'll be better. He never won there, so hopefully he'll be better than him. Minella was brilliant, but he was beaten.
But he was always
second
there.
a few
Yeah,
times.
exactly.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, definitely. So hopefully his brother can go one further. Yeah.
A horse I got to ask you about is a horse I love, and I actually thought he ran very well at Christmas, and he's a big price in the stayers. I'm just wondering, Ballyadam, what the latest is with him.
He's really good. I would imagine we'll go to the Coral Cup with him. We've left him in the stairs, but I'd imagine we'll go to the Coral Cup.
Could quite suit him. I mean, he looks like he just has one big victory in him, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, he's in really good form. We're delighted with his run at Christmas. Just trying to turn that form around. I don't know. It could be hard enough. He's rated in the 140s. He's probably not rated high enough to win a stairs, whereas Coral Cup, yeah, he might have a squeak in that.
Congratulations on the effort with Hidden Valley Lake, getting right back to form at Navan the other day. You must have been thrilled.
Yeah, we're delighted. Yeah, Dara was brilliant on him, and we're delighted he won. Not sure what we'll do with him, possibly the Coral Cup. The other day was the main aim, to try and get him back to himself and show the form he had shown last season. So that was great to see, and we'll see what we'll do from there.
And I know it's early days in terms of, I know he had the fall over fences, but is that still an option later?
Yeah, we'll stay hurdling this season. You know what? He just hasn't looked the most natural chaser. He looked really back to himself and loving hurdling the other day, and some of them just aren't, cut out for chasing, and he might be one of those. But we'll see.
Last year's Grand Annual winner, Mascada, what's the latest with her?
Yeah, I was slightly disappointed with her the other day. I would say she ran fine, but I thought she'd nearly win, to be honest, going there. So I was a little bit disappointed with her. But I'd say she'll go back to the Grand Annual, yeah.